Falcons volleyball. It is playoff time. My name is Dan McCracken alongside Evan Frederickson. How are you, Evan?
Doing awesome. Ready for some great volleyball here today. We got two great teams looking to go on two great runs. We'll see what happens, Dan.
As the traditional owners and custodians of the lands and waterways where Fanshawe College is located. Your attendance at this OCAA playoff event entitles you to enjoy athletics in an educational setting. We ask that you please show your best.
For the Falcons starting lineup,
Ladies and gentlemen, kicking off with the starting lineups. First floor visiting George Brown Huskies.
the Eastern Conference, maybe a
Four on CT. On the left side, picker from Toronto, number 5, Errol Jose. 6'6" inside hitter from Toronto, number 10, Trent Krasinski. Outside hitter, 60 from Toronto, number 11, Lucas Wang. Playing the left side, 6'8" from Toronto, number 13, Yaroslav Svidridsky. Number 15,
Yaroslav Svidridsky in the starting lineup for George Brown. That is one of the big weapons, one of the big dogs the Falcons are going to have to be prepared for all day. Coming off a Player of the Year award last year for George Brown. Had an unbelievable season last year, a good season this year. Now let's take a look at who's starting for the Falcons.
In the middle of his first season with the Falcons, number 11, Silas Clark. From Niagara, second-year outside, number 13, Ty Gillespie. At 6'7" inches, the hero from the Fair City of the 13, T.
Moments away from first serve to open up the game. I am excited, Evan.
I'm excited too. We're in for a great one here today, Dan.
So like we mentioned, no Tanner Patterson in the starting lineup. That one a bit of a surprise. Oh, he is
He is
starting.
starting. He is starting. They made a late game adjustment there.
They threw us off by not having him in the game sheet. Thanks for the curveball, Fanshawe. We appreciate it up in the booth.
George Brown finished the season with a 9-7 record. So we'll see how this goes. Fanshawe finished 11-5. So we'll see. We'll get into later in the broadcast what the seedings will be. If either of these teams will win, we'll get into that later. And now we're about to have the first serve here.
And we are underway. Nice block to start it off. What a start for the Falcons.
Starting hot.
Take the 1-0 lead. Coming into this playoffs, 3 straight medals in the last 3 years. A bronze last year, silver 2 times before that. And what a swing! Nick Forby.
And the Huskies respond right back. That was a missile.
And Brown with their serve. Tied at 1 here. And a great kill there. Looks like Silas Carr got that one.
The Sinister striking again.
Gibson. Behind. That one looks like it got fingertips. No, it did not. Point for the Falcons. That was the big dog Yaroslav Svidritsky taking the swing for Fanshawe. And that one goes right into the net. That was Tyler Gibson. We saw a new addition for the Falcons team this year, joining the squad in January, and he has had quite the big contribution to the team. He played for the University of Western Ontario here in London last year. Looks like he didn't get any game time, and that one set up on a tee, and Silas Carr says, I'm going to put it right through the ground to make it a 4-2 Falcons lead. From the middle.
Ooh, tricky play there by the Huskies. That soft touch that we've seen so much this season, and the Falcons got baited into that. And now we're going to see the Huskies now, who will serve at an early 4-3 lead in the first set here for the Falcons. And here comes the serve from the Huskies. Good dig there by Patterson for the spike. And that one is saved by the Huskies. Trying to get it, they do. And Gibson with the dig. Now settling it down. Patterson with the spike. Saved by the Huskies. And that one goes out of bounds. And the Falcons get that point right back. And man, oh man, the 5-3 lead for the Falcons here in the first set as the Huskies trading points here. And it looks like it'll be the Falcons here with the serve. Good serve and good dig by the Huskies. Setting it up for the spike. That one goes off the hands of Jacob Curtis. And that will be the Huskies' point. A lot of power on that spike there. And like we said, back and forth so far in this one. It's a 5-4 Falcon lead here in the first sets. And it looks like the Huskies again will serve it in here. Good dig there by Patterson. The setup there to Patterson. The soft touch. That one is delivered by the Huskies. Now they're setting it up for the spike. 3 Falcons were there, and they delivered. Defense wins championships. And that play right there proves why it's a 6-4 Falcon lead. And I'm sure one thing that head coach Patrick Johnson wants to do against this Huskies team is start fast, get off to a good start, and that's what the Falcons are doing so far in this one. Now the Falcons with the serve. That one is a service error. Unfortunate for Tanner Patterson. And the Huskies get that point right back. And again, Dan, we're seeing that back and forth momentum here.
This is just what you want when you watch playoff volleyball. We got some technical difficulties right now. We're trying to get you the view of the servers here on the broadcast.
Whoa. That one went way out. A lot of power on that one. My goodness.
A 7-5 Falcons lead. Someone's serving. We'll figure out who.
The Falcons look like, yeah.
Crowther tried to get up for the block at the net, but that one goes off the hands and out of bounds. Give that point to the Huskies.
And that soft touch there working for the Huskies so far early in this first set here. Let's see if the Falcons can make an adjustment here to try and defend that as the Huskies now with the serve.
Nice little float serve. Set from the middle over to Gibson off the block, kept alive. And a sneak attack, and it is good. What a heads-up play from the middle. Get the defense thinking that we're setting up to the outside hitter, but just put it in that soft spot. Jacob Curtis, the setter. Over Svidritsky. Gibson tries it again, the soft touch. It is in. That is the Gibson that we have got used to seeing in these last 6 games. I mean, it's like a big professional team making a big trade at the trade deadline, adding an all-star to your team. Curtis again. Off the block, off the net. Curtis sends it over. Svidritsky off the block, he keeps it alive. Far side this time, off the block and down. 10-6 Falcons. It looks like we got a timeout called by the Huskies. They can sense the momentum building for the Falcons.
Yeah, it looks like that was Goldschmidt and Carr combining for that very good defensive play there. And the Falcons starting off fast. Silas Carr with 3 early points so far in this one. And along with 2 kills, he's been spectacular so far to start this one.
It's kind of an unexpected threat that we don't normally see. I mean, no disrespect, Mr. Silas Carr, but we're used to the hands of Crowther, Goldsmith, Gibson, Patterson doing most of the heavy lifting.
That's why we call him the Sinister, because we may not see him a lot or mention his name a lot, but when he is on the court, he is deadly and a very special and sneaky piece for the Falcons, like you said, Dan.
He had a season-high 14 points against Niagara on January 10th. Coming out of the timeout here. Jacob Curtis set to serve. That one from the middle. Soft touch. Over to Svidritsky. The block straight up, diving for it. Couldn't save it. Now we speak of Tyler Gibson being a big addition for the Falcons. Number 10 on the Huskies, Trent Ketrazinski. I'm going to trip over that one a few times today. Ketrazinski, same thing, joining the Huskies. The start of the new year, the start of the winter term, as most college students know it by, and he's doing the same thing Gibson's doing for the Falcons, except for the Huskies, and that one off the block and straight down. Looked like that was Silas Carr again, the Sinister.
4 early points for the Sinister. Gibson now with the serve. It's a good dig there by the Huskies.
From the middle off the block. Looking for Svidritsky, a little too far ahead for him. That set just not timed right. It was coming down while Carr was still coming up, so couldn't get the right angle on it. Huskies take the point. Now we got Ketrazinski. That one sails out of bounds for the service error. And we got Carr heading back to serve. That one, oh, and it handcuffs the libero. Free ball sent over to the back corner, Gibson to the front. Patterson with the touch. And what a swing! Like Thomas Tucci on that one. (12-9) Falcons. Nick Forby. Far side off the block. Kept alive, and not enough though. Looks like it just wasn't handled well by Tucci there in the middle. Led to the ball kind of pinballing around. Goldsmith. Svidritsky.
That one was a dart, but just out of bounds.
That's the one thing I can never grasp, is how you're able to hit the ball 200 kilometers an hour with control. That just, for me, would be impossible. Goldschmidt. That one right into the net for a service error. Tucci. Trying to claw their way back, only down by 4. Not insurmountable. And that one not handled well. Call that one an ace. First ace of the day for either team. Looks like Tucci wants a new ball, a new clean ball, a little drier. Tucci put some spin on it. Curtis. Patterson just sends the free ball over. Soft touch, wow. Good dive there by Gibson. Goldschmidt off the fingertips and out. Falcons point. What a save to keep that alive.
Jacob Curtis already has 5 assists in this one, and here we go. Tanner Patterson now with the serve now.
He has been one of the best servers in the OCAA this season. Oh, and just mishit there. Joseph Lee. Patterson Falcon, 33 aces on the season. That is second best in the league, but when you giveth, sometimes you taketh away. He's got 62 service errors to go along with it. That's third most in the league. Sometimes you got to be aggressive to get those aces, but it just leads to a few mistakes. Good keep there. Off the hands, Joseph Lee with the response. It's 12 for the Falcons. Good serve. Gibson off the block, kept alive. Svidritsky, that one goes too long. He got under it just a little too much. Looks like Andrew Smith will come in. Crossover round of the OCAA playoffs, the first round. Falcons trying to keep their medal streak alive. We got Jaden Crowther set to serve. And that one, call it an ace. Patterson and Crowther, the big veterans, the fifth-year players, playing in their final games for the Falcons. At this point, it's one of those, you just want to keep extending that season one game at a time if you're those veterans to keep your college career going. I mean, Patterson, he's probably going to go down as one of the greatest men's volleyball players in Falcons history. Holds the record with most points. He finishes with 826 career regular season points. The record for kills, 662. And aces, 99 in a career. I mean, what more can you say?
I mean, the Falcons are going to miss him dearly after this season, and I think the Falcons hope that they can go on one last magical run with the veterans of the Crawshaw and Patterson, because, man, they have just had great impacts, and they will be greatly missed after this season is done. But hopefully a long way to go in the first game of many in this playoff run for the Falcons as they're up 18-12 here in the first set.
I mean, the thing that every team in the league has in the back of their head right now is eventually you have to go through Humber. Humber not having as great of a season as they normally would. They finished in second place, same record as Fanshawe at 11-5, but they win the tiebreaker because they won both games against the Falcons. But Humber has won 7 straight gold medals in the OCAA. That one kept alive. Crowther. Goldschmidt from the back, and a good heads-up play to let that one just sail out of bounds. So the last time Humber lost in the gold medal game was 2019. That was against the Fanshawe Falcons. They had an undefeated season all the way through. And the year before that, 2018, same thing. So 2 years in a row, gold medals in 18 and 19 for the Falcons. That is the last time Humber has not won the championship. Over to Gibson. What a swing, but an even better block. Huskies are fired up after that one, and I don't blame them. A quick fix of the pole there at the net. Tyrese Brooms getting ready for the serve. Oh, and a joust at the net, and the Falcons win the battle. A moment where the ball seems like it's just locked in the air between both hands. We got one of the Huskies player over talking to the ref, pleading their case. Maybe arguing for the fact that the Falcons were reaching over the net potentially. Like most times, you don't win those arguments against the ref. Looks like Ketrazinski over-explaining the explanation to the Huskies head coach. So 19-14 Falcons. Serve. Far side, Ketrazinski gets the point. Now down by 4.
Yeah, Trzynski led the way for the Huskies in their last game. He had 21 points in the Huskies' 3-1 set win over St. Lawrence, and he doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon.
Kept alive from the back row. Patterson off the tape and down. What a heads-up play by the veteran. And speaking of Ketrazinski for the Huskies, since he's come in, he's only played 8 games down the second half of the season, but leading the league in kills per set and points per set, and that one, a good find there from the middle. Substitution. Svidritsky checking back in after a quick rest. So Ketrazinski heading back to serve. Still down by 4. That one right into the net. A freebie for the Falcons. Looks like Jason McPhee checking in for the Falcons. Each team normally has a bit of their service weapon. Not necessarily someone who leads the league, but you get to the end of a set, someone who's reliable and you know can control the point and won't make any errors. That one goes off the block. That one, can they keep it alive? Just out of the reach. What a block at the net.
Falcons 3 points away from taking the first set here.
Carr still leading the way with 4 points. Patterson right behind him with 3. McPhee got the serve over. Off the block, and they let it fall out of bounds. There was a little bit of hesitation there for a moment from the refs, but they do give the point to the Huskies. Much needed run here for the Huskies to get back in the set. Patterson keeps it alive. Patterson looking for the back corner. Svidritsky kept it alive. Ketrazinski. Patterson set over to the far side. Soft touch. Good dig there. And they call a lift by the looks of it. Oh, a double touch.
Double touch, yeah. And the Falcons get that point there.
23-17. 2 points away. From the middle. That one a little too far. Svidritsky, what a missile, but Gibson keeps it alive. Back corner and just out of the reach. What a heads-up play by the Falcons.
Shout out to Tyler Gibson for inhaling that spike by Trzynski. That one was absolutely ridiculous, and he somehow gets his hands down and gets the dig, and now it's Goldschmidt now.
Set point here for the Falcons. Svidritsky with another missile. Check the floor for a dent, put some more air in that volleyball. What a point for Svidritsky. I think that's why he's been so dominant the last couple
years.
years.
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
Tucci. Wow. And dig. Patterson, and he wins the first set for the Falcons. Tanner Patterson makes it a 25-18 first set victory. Just the start that these Falcons were looking for.
I mean, what can you say about Tanner Patterson? He's been doing it for the last 5 years, and he just continues to grow his legendary career with the Falcons, and Falcons take the first set.
And a 11-5 season for the Falcons, starting off well. It's the first time that Fanshawe and George Brown have played in either a regular season or playoff game since 2017. Fanshawe took that one 3-0 in the quarterfinals. George Brown, it's been a struggle. They make the playoffs pretty consistently year in and year out. They only missed, in the last 10 years, they only missed the playoffs in 2023. But they haven't had a playoff win since 2018. Feels like some of the playoff teams that we're used to here in the Ontario era always losing in the first round of the playoffs.
Oh boy, absolutely, Dan. And I think George Brown looking for that upset here in the Glenn Johnson Athletic Center, as they are capable, despite their record. A lot of people thinking, oh, they're not that great of a team or whatever. They are a dominant team when you have so many talented players, and the playoff implications are looking very interesting, because if the Huskies were to win this game here today, they would likely go on the road for the quarterfinals, if I'm not mistaken, because they got that number 6 seed, so they will have to play on the road again. That's why they're here at the Glenn Johnson Athletic Center. But for Fanshawe, if they were to win today, that's when it gets a little bit more interesting, because Georgian, I believe, plays St. Clair today, and if Georgian were to win, then that means that the Falcons would go to Georgian. But if Georgian were to lose to St. Clair, but keep in mind, St. Clair is a very talented team, that's when the opponent gets a bit interesting, and we'll get into that as soon as we can find that for you folks. But as of right now, Loyalist beat Mohawk today 3-1. Cambrian beat Fleming 3-0, so they're on to the quarterfinals. So in a lot of close games, they have Humber and Durham currently 23-22. Humber's leading them in the first set. So a lot of close games and a lot of implications, Dan, to look forward to.
Playoff sports are just the best.
Absolutely.
I can't get enough of it.
I want to give a shout out to Thomas Tucci for the Huskies. He had a fantastic first set. He usually is primarily the guy that sets up those plays, because he had 23 assists in this 3-1 set win over St. Lawrence. But he's actually leading the Huskies right now with 4 points along with 5 assists. So he has been very, very productive, and a little, just a great depth guy to have as we are entering the second set here between the Huskies and the Falcons.
George Brown going to want to clean up a little bit of their errors. They had 9 attack errors. That leads to free points for the opposition. Falcons pretty responsible, only 3 of their own. Everyone making sure they got the right rotations in order. George Brown will open with first serve. Huskies trying to turn it around after dropping the first set. Tucci. A float serve. Good dig there. Off the block, another great dig. Daryl Jose doing the hard work of the libero. Good play by Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt off the fingertips and out. A great rally to open up the second set.
Another good start for the Falcons, starting fast, carrying that momentum that they had into the second set. And here's Tyler Gibson now. Gibby.
Tyler Gibson. Good dig by Jose. Far side, and it is in!
Man, oh man.
Like Joseph Lee getting a good swing off there. On the far side, Ketrzinski. Good set. Goldschmidt, but an even better block at the net. Ketrzinski. What can't he do? Joseph Lee. From the back row, oh my goodness! High fives all around after that one. Sayla's car. That one sails just a little too long from the sinister. Huskies getting ready to serve. That one, unfortunate bounce off the tape. Just falls in front of the Falcons. Brooms.
It's a great dig there by the Falcons.
Oh
my gosh. What can you do?
He got up in the air, met the ball at the apex, and just straight down. That angle on that. Huskies with the 4-3 lead. Kaczynski finds the back corner with the snipe.
Man, what a rocket there.
Svidritsky. Off the tape again. Far side. And that one just slightly out of bounds as the point goes to the Huskies. A 6-3 lead. They trail 1-0. Svidritsky again. Pittick. Off the hands, Pittick again. Soft touch. Kept alive, wow. What a dig. They try it again. Other side this time, and
the Crow Show is here.
I think that one just slightly out of bounds. It was a good swing by Crowther.
Yeah, it was. That was close.
Svidritsky trying to keep the run going. And sails out of bounds for the service error. Patterson leading the way with 5 points. 4 kills so far. He takes a turn serving. Great serve to the back row. Kaczynski off the block and down. Crowther and Gibson building a wall at the net. Back-to-back points for the Falcons to make it 7-5. Patterson again. That one a little too long. A break for the Huskies. Huskies set to serve. Off the fingertips at the net and down. Falcons with the point. Crowther. Good dig there. Off touch, fingertips kept alive. Far side, Gibson. From the middle. Good dig there. Ibsen tries it again. From the back row, off the hands and out. Svidritsky with the point.
Beautiful point there by the Huskies. They're just not giving up on that play after multiple very impressive defensive plays there by the Falcons.
From the middle. Oh, and a bit of a joust at the net there. I think they're calling a lift on Thomas Tucci. 9-7 Huskies lead.
And now we see Curtis with the serve.
Oh my!
Oh my goodness.
That one just too long.
And the Falcons clawing their way back.
Jacob Curtis. Right into the middle. Oh, a nice play there. Tyrese Brooms floating through the air. Tucci again. Far side this time, Goldschmidt. Good play at the net by Svidritsky. Oh, and confusion there. Brooms was the only one there to take it, and he hesitated, waiting for someone else. Falcons down by 1. A lead 1 set to none. Gibson. Off the tape, great dig by Jose. Off the block and out. Point for the Huskies.
Thomas Tucci now with 10 assists in this one, rolling in the second set.
Good play, almost hits the ceiling. From the far side. Katravinsky with a big hit, but a good dig. He tries it again, off the block, kept alive. Svidritsky off the block and out. George Brown starting to feel good. 12-9 Huskies lead. Our side. Good dig there. A one-handed effort, but a little out of control. Sails out of bounds. Crowther checking back in. Silas Carr. Oh my goodness. Yaroslav Svidritsky. Svidritsky had a game this year against Algonquin on January 17th. 25 kills, 31 points in a game. Just an absolute wrecking ball. He seems like he's starting to put it together here in this second set. Off the block. Patterson. Kept alive. Goldschmidt with the soft touch off the shoulder. I think that's 4 touches on that one for the Huskies.
And the Falcons, look at that point there.
Again, Ketrazinski having a chat with the official. now the official calling for the far side ref to come over. They'll discuss things, make sure they're on the same page, make sure they get everything sorted out. Always got to make the right call. I mean, you never know how valuable 1 point is going to become in a playoff game.
Yeah, it's very true.
Crucial. And it looks like they're calling it a reserve. So I think, yeah, we're going to scratch that Falcons point off the board. So now 13-10, and we'll just replay that last point. Brooms trying to lock in. Nice little rubber ducky there in the shot.
It's a good serve.
From the middle, Crowther set up on a tee. Jacob Curtis to Crowther. What a play.
The Crow Show has arrived, everybody.
Back to 13-11. Goldsmith. Off the block and down. Huge stand at the net there. Falcons trailing by 1. Oh, great dig. Svidritsky off the fingertips.
We're tied.
$13-13. Oh, and a great heads-up play at the net. Tanner Patterson with the high IQ. Falcons take a 1-point lead. From the middle, good reflexes. A free ball sent over. And another heads-up play, but an even better dig. Kaczynski. Oh, Crowther just a little off time. Patterson plays it safe. Kaczynski again, and it is out.
Timeout.
Looks like a 5-0 run for the Falcons. They get a 15-13 lead. I'll take a look at that out-of-town scoreboard.
Yeah, we've got a lot going on as Durham and Humber currently in their second set. Humber leads that game 1 set to 0. Humber's up 18-14 in the second set. And then the one that the Falcons are going to want to pay attention to just started as Georgian and St. Clair have gotten underway in the first set, and Georgian is up 1-0. So those games have just gotten started. Or excuse me, no, Georgian has taken the first set against St. Clair. That's my bad. That is the better stat right there. They have taken the first set against St. Clair. The second set for that game is getting underway in a second. So
it looks like it's already at that second set, 18-16 for Georgian right now. Now 18-17, so St. Clair trying desperately to not go down 2-0.
yeah,
I mean, as much as, you never know for sure, but for us being biased,
yes,
I'm kind of cheering for St. Clair because that means Fanshawe back at home next week,
yes,
and we get to do some more calls for the game coming out of the timeout here.
That would be awesome, yeah. And we'll see now with Goldschmidt now on the serve again.
Good play there. Kaczynski. Far side for Svidritsky. Good keep there. Svidritsky again. Oh, and what a play again! Curtis and Crowther with another connection.
The Crow
Goldschmidt to keep the 6-0 run continuing. Try it again. Desperation plays all around for the Falcons. Oh, and a punch at it, just off of the wrong part of the knuckle there, it looked like. Didn't make it over. The run continues. It was 13-10 for the Huskies, but 7 in a row for the Falcons. And again, just a missed touch. Didn't make it over. Svidritsky tried to kick at it. 8 in a row. Looks like Tyan Suzuki will check in as the setter for the Huskies. Goldschmidt, the hot hand. Svidritsky gets the good swing off the block and goes out. So a huge, much needed point for the Huskies. Svidritsky, a missile. Petrozinski. The connection again, and it is successful. Jacob Curtis just keep feeding Jaden Crowther down the middle.
Jacob Curtis, he's got 15 assists in this one. My goodness. Just continuing what he's done all season, setting everybody up.
Tanner Patterson. That one off the tape, just didn't get the fortunate bounce. Huskies getting set to serve. Oh, and that one sails long.
Falcons 5 points away now from taking a 2-0 set lead, and it'll be the Crow Show who leads the Falcons with 10 points to serve it in.
He's got 4 blocks at the net as well. Gonna make it a 6-point lead. A desperation play. Oh, and a nice play there, Andrew Smith. He says, I want to join the party. His first point of the day. We got a much needed timeout being called by the Huskies there. They feel this second set slipping away. A big turning point in the game here if the Falcons can go up 2-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, just because it's the playoffs, that doesn't mean dominance.
Patterson right behind Crowther with 8 points, leading the team with 7 kills so far.
You win a 3-yard so you got 2 yards high straight away. So come down to the board after the set for your chance to win. 3-yard pie.
And one thing, we got to give the shout out. I mean, it's a big day. It's Valentine's Day today. The day of love. Hope everyone's enjoying their Saturday. Maybe some special plans after the game. Go out and have some dinner. Maybe go to the movies. Whoa, we got a Yaroslav fan in the house. Someone coming from Toronto to cheer on Svidritsky. 21-15 Falcons coming out of the timeout. Crowther. From the near side. Wow. And that one looked like it got fingertips.
Yeah, it did, yep.
21-16 for the Huskies.
It's a good point for the Huskies coming out of the timeout, now down by just 5 as they try and pull off an incredible comeback here in the second set.
Brooms gets it in. Flying through the air! Tanner Patterson soaring from the back row.
My goodness. There was absolutely nothing the Huskies could do about that one.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. 3 points away from taking the set. Oh, a great set there.
Yeah.
And Tyrese Brooms takes advantage. Set from the middle. Nice quick swing there. Keyless Carr getting involved again.
2 points away.
(23-17). Huskies out of timeouts here in this second set, and that one goes long. A good break for them. Huskies down by 5. Back corner, Patterson off of the ceiling. Another big point for George Brown.
They're crawling back in here, the Huskies are.
Again, looks like they're picking on Patterson in that back corner right now. Kaczynski gets it off his shoulder. Svidritsky off the block, he tries again. Brooms from the middle. Oh, and a tough spot at the net, but a good job of not making contact with the net. Oh, and a good effort by the libero there. Carter Piddick laying out. Huskies trying to make a push here. A 3-0 run.
Joseph Lee again with the serve.
From the back row, Gibson.
What a play there by Gibby. 1 point.
That makes it set point. 24-20 for the Falcons. Jason McPhee. Good block. Fake it to Brooms, give it to the far side, and that goes out. Falcons take a 2-0 lead. They take the second set 25-20. Oh, confusion here on the court. Okay, they gave it to the Falcons, and I don't know if they were confused about something, but they say, no, we were right. The Falcons did win.
I mean, man, oh man, the Falcons just, every time you think the momentum's not in their favor, they just keep battling. And man, oh man, what can we say about Jaden Crowther, Tanner Patterson, Silas Card, Tyler Gibson, Jacob Curtis, Goldschmidt? It's just everybody just contributing in so many different ways. You got Jacob Curtis, 18 assists along with 2 points and 2 kills. He's had a very underrated afternoon. He's been doing it all season, so a lot of great things happening in these first 2 sets.
I mean, it's an interesting thing about the Falcons. I mean, going 11-5, that's a great season, but 8 of those 11 wins were 3-0 wins, so just completely shutting down the opponent. And it leads to not that many, the stat categories for a lot of their players don't have big values like we're used to seeing. In their 16 games this season, they only played 56 sets. So the minimum in those 16 games would be 48 sets if every game was 3-0, whether you won or lost. But aside from that, most teams, I mean, we see with George Brown, they got a couple of their big dogs, Ketrazinski and Svidritsky. Most teams have kind of one or two players who carry most of the load for them. That's not the case with these Falcons. It feels like they're, what, 4, 5, 6 players deep with their talent, and they can lean on anybody at any moment. And then you add Tyler Gibson to the mix at the middle of the season. Falcons feel like they're set up well. Still a long way to go. Up 2-0 here. A quick break, and we'll be right back. Set number 3 at the Falcons' nest here at Fanshawe College. Falcons, a good start to the day. Jacob Curtis to start it off. From the back row, and what a swing! Trent Ketrazinski gets it started here in set number 3. Tyan Suzuki. It's down low for the dig. Goldsmith. Near side this time. Goldsmith again with the soft touch. Suzuki hits the deck. Piddick sets it. Fingertips just misses the ceiling. And Suzuki hit the ceiling that time.
The roof shot, love it.
Tied at 1. Gibson. Strong serve. And Svidritsky Looked like he put some spin on that ball. Joseph Lee. 2-1 Huskies. Far side off the block, kept alive off the net. Over to Patterson, good block. From the middle, Silas Carr. He's having a day.
What a play by the Sinister.
He grabs the ball. Gets it into the middle. Rooms. Crowther over to Goldschmidt. Carr sends it over. Suzuki and Ketrazinski. Huskies take a 1-point lead. They need this third set. Got to get off to a good start against a strong Falcons team. And that one right into the net to tie it back up at 3.
Yeah, those serve errors hurt a lot, especially when we're potentially starting to wind down and getting closer to the Falcons potentially sweeping here. Those hurt a lot.
Goldschmidt with the strong serve. Rooms. It looked like it might have caught the back corner, but just long.
That was a close one.
Four-3 Falcons after that point. Goldschmidt. Suzuki to Svidritsky, and just out of bounds again. A couple of close plays for the Huskies go the way of the Falcons. Goldschmidt. Good dig. Suzuki to Ketrazinski, and it is down. Svidritsky will try and tie it at 5 here. What a serve, but a good dig. Gibson off the block, and it is down for a much-needed Husky point. Tie it at 5. Svidritsky. Oh my goodness! Looks like it's 200 kilometers an hour and some spin on it.
Yeah, that was, I don't know how you're supposed to receive that. That was unreal.
Svidritsky again. Oh my! Crowther! Charge that man with assault!
The Crow Show always arrives when the Falcons need them.
Yeah, it looked like that one went off of the face of Nick Forby. He's getting some attention there. Good sportsmanship play there. Crowther shaking hands with Forby under the net. The good Canadian. Hey, I'm sorry there, bud. Patterson. Good dig. jump there. This didn't connect on the serve. Looks like they call it double touch. Patterson still leading the way with 8 kills, 9 points. Crowther with 11 points. Off the tape and out. Unfortunate bounce. Patterson's 4th service error of the game. 7-7 here on the 3rd set. Falcons up 2 sets to none. Ketrazinski from Toronto. Good dig. And Crowther with the soft touch. Suzuki. Oh, and a good heads-up play there. From the back. Patterson, wide open hole in the middle of the court. He says, "I'll take that, thank you very much."
Patterson in double-digit points now as the Crow Show, who leads the Falcons in points, will now serve it in.
Great serve there on the sideline. Suzuki off the block. Good play by Gibson, but taking advantage of the free ball at the net. We are going back and forth here in the 3rd set, tied at 8. Nick Forby. Gibson. Curtis. Looking for Svidritsky, that one goes wide. Falcons take the 1-point lead. Falcons only with 1 service ace so far today, 8 errors. Curtis. The southpaw serve. And what a swing! Brooms fired up after that one. And we were tied at 3, we were tied at 5, tied at 6, tied at 7, tied at 8, and now tied at 9. From the middle. Off the block and out. Gibson was there, just didn't have the angle right. Huskies take a 1-point lead. Suzuki. Patterson to Goldschmidt. Suzuki to Svidritsky. Piddick keeps it alive. Suzuki from the back row. Petrovinsky couldn't get all of it. Goldschmidt tries this time and that one goes out. A 3-0 run by the Huskies here. Suzuki to keep the run alive. Patterson with a missile! Speeding in a school zone.
That one was a fireball. Oh my goodness.
There were flames coming off the ball on that one.
I saw them.
Gibson. Suzuki off the block. It hits off of Joseph Lee and goes out. So a point for the Falcons. We are tied again, 11-11. Gibson off the tape. Over to Lee. Set up for Lee again. Soft touch. Double hit there. Falcons point. Lee and Suzuki heading over to argue. It looked like it went off of the one hand of Lee, and then he swung with the other hand. You're allowed, there are times where if you go up for a block at the net, it can hit off your hand, and then you can touch it a second time, but that time, not a block. Hit with one hand, hit the other. So a 1-point Falcons lead as we got a timeout on the court. We had the Fanshawe women's basketball team close out their regular season earlier today with a win against Niagara. So we've known for about a week now they clinched that third spot. So we got the women's basketball team a playoff game. I think that's what, next Saturday, the 21st?
So, yeah.
The 21st. So, I mean, if everything goes according to plan, if maybe the men's team advance to the next round for volleyball here, we might have a playoff basketball game and a playoff volleyball game the same day in the same gym.
Yeah, the out-of-town scoreboard will have to be nice to us for that to happen.
I'm afraid to look. Coming out of the timeout here. Oh, we got a whistle there. I think the ref was pointing at his whistle like, hey, I didn't tell you that we were ready yet there, Gibson. The god power of the referee on the tower there. Now he says I'm ready. Dig. Oh, and a battle at the net. Good reach by Carr, but they gave the point to the Huskies. Did they call going under the net there or over? Is that the call?
Looks like, yeah. That's an unfortunate play for the Falcons.
Joseph Lee. Patterson. Suzuki over to Ketrazinski. Goldsmith with the missile. Can they keep it alive? They do. Free ball sent over. Gibson with a missile from the back row off the shoulder of Joseph Lee.
Man, oh man.
Horns going after that one. The fans in the Falcons nest like that one. 13-12. Carr back to serve. And an error into the net. Race Brooms. The low serve, and that one sails wide. 14-13, Falcons lead. Looks like Ty Klassen coming into the game there for the Falcons. Goldschmidt. Oh, couldn't get down low enough. Gibson was there, just couldn't handle the sinking ball. Tied again. Svidritsky standing at 6'8", the tallest player on the Huskies. That one goes way long as he pats himself on the chest. Patterson. Oh, wow. The back of the head, it was a Gibson it got?
Yeah, I believe so. Man, that has got to sting just a little bit.
Friendly fire is not good fire at all. heavy serve there. Battle at the net. How to get the free ball over. Crowther off the head. Fusion there. Heard a whistle. Looks like they give the point to the Huskies. A net violation maybe. Petrozinski. Good dig. Gibson. He got all of it, but couldn't control it as that one sails out of bounds. Huskies up by 2, and the Falcons call a timeout. A 3-0 run by the Huskies to give them a 2-point lead. Third set, not feeling the same for the Falcons as the first two. They were consistent and accurate. A 320 hit percent in the first set, 344 in the second. Now down to just 043 here in the third set. Only 5 kills, 4 errors, so opportunities are there, just not taken advantage.
Tanner Patterson leading the Falcons with 12 points, 10 kills, and then Jaden Crowther just right behind him. He's got 11 points along with 6 kills. As both teams trying to clean up a few of those errors because they do add up, like we mentioned earlier. In a game, a playoff game like this, they can come back to bite you. As we are coming out of the timeout here from the Falcons.
Petrozinski. Petrozinski from Toronto, Ontario, standing at 6'6", and that one too low into the net. Do we call that icing the server out of the timeout for the Falcons?
I think so, yeah. Unfortunate play for the Huskies. And now the Crow Show will serve it in.
High in the air, Suzuki gets under it. Off the block. Petrozinski, Room with the free ball. Gibson with the soft touch. Lee off the block and down. Good play by Joseph Lee at the net. 2-point Huskies lead. Nick Forby taking the serve. From the back row, Patterson.
That one. Falcons got that one. Wow.
Klassen subbing in, it looks like. Off serve into the middle. Good swing there. Room's fired up after that one. Huskies just slowly, inch by inch, getting closer. Suzuki. Oh my. That one just wide out of bounds. A 3-point Huskies lead. Suzuki to keep it going. Goldsmith off the hands and out. Good response by the Falcons. Gibson. And you can see it looked like he got that off the bottom of his palm there. Didn't get that one clean at all. (21-18). Patterson. Off the block, off the chest. Svidritsky. Good play by Gibson. Patterson. Far side. Off the block, good rally going here. Piddock. Far side. Svidritsky. It is in.
Wow. Great effort there by the Huskies.
Perfect shot right in between Piddock. And we got another Falcons timeout being called here. Huskies up by 4. They need this set to stay alive. We got a nail biter in the George and St. Clair. Looks like they're tied 23-23 in the third set. I'm pretty sure it's 1-1 right now. I could be wrong. The website won't update. But I think it's 1-1, so this third set is a nail biter.
And you got Humber beating Durham today as well, just recently, 3-0.
Could have written that one in the books before the game even started with this Humber team.
So congratulations to the Humber Hawks. They will be moving on. Now, I'm sure a lot of the Falcons will be looking at, after this game, what happens between St. Clair and the Georgian, because that will determine if the Falcons stay home or they go on the road. We'll keep you updated as soon as we find out any information as it's coming out of the timeout now.
Scoreboard watching is my favorite. I mean, I love watching the sport, but it also just adds that extra layer. Huskies get it in play. Patterson! Wow. Good play. Oh, and it sails out of bounds. Svidritsky with the good team play to try and get to the other side of the net and keep it alive.
It's a good point coming out of the timeout. (22-19) Huskies.
Like we saw the previous couple sets, McPhee coming in late for the serve. Suzuki. That one just slightly wide, looking for that far baseline. Suzuki over having a discussion with the ref again. McPhee. Off the fingertips and out. Point for the Huskies. And it looks like Georgian taking set 3, 26-24 over St. Clair.
We got a 2-1 set lead now, don't they?
2-1 for Georgian.
Ooh, it's getting intense.
23-20 here at the Falcons' nest. Thomas Tucci back to serve. Into the net.
That one hurts.
And it looks like a timeout at the last second being called by the Huskies head coach. He knows we got the lead right now. We don't want to let it slip away. We got to regroup before it's too late. No sense of going home with a timeout in your back pocket. Patterson, 14 points, 12 kills. As usual, we see Ketrzinski and Svidritsky doing most of the work for George Brown. But Joseph Lee right there, I mean, Joseph Lee, he's been one of those players that you kind of just get lost in the shuffle. I mean, don't forget his name having a great season over there.
Thomas Tucci as well, 13 assists along with 4 points. Another quiet name that probably doesn't get mentioned a lot, but he has done some great work here this afternoon. He's got 3 kills along with that, setting up a lot of the crucial plays here as the Huskies coming out of the timeout up by 2, trying to keep their season alive.
Goldsmith. Suzuki, far side, Kaczynski off the block and down. Huskies have a chance for a set point here. 24-21. Who other than Yaroslav Svidritsky to try and close out this set? Missile. Kept alive. Crowther with a good swing. Put it on repeat. Jacob Curtis to Jaden Crowther.
That's a deadly combination in the postseason for the Falcons.
Looks like Colin Hutchison checking in for Patterson. Haven't seen Hutchison yet today. He gets his first action. Guess what? You've been sitting on the bench for over an hour. Now have fun with important points. He takes the ball to serve.
No pressure at all.
A dig, Suzuki. Far side, the missile. Gibson gets the free ball over. Suzuki to, and it is out! Falcons, big point, down by 1.
Hutchinson had a good serve his last one. Let's see if he can do it again.
Good southpaw swing, but that one sails long. We got more volleyball coming up on Valentine's Day. Huskies take the 3rd set. They now trail 2 sets to 1. On a sunny February 14th here in London, Ontario.
This ain't no regular thing. I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking, it's how to be nice. I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights. Better get right, champion. The game is in trouble, I've been in my depth for the piece of the puzzle, I got it for real. Still keep me going, I wake up and hustle, you won't see me buckle, I've been in the field. Man of the town, you been in your fields, I'm adjusting this crown. Call me your majesty, either that or your tragedy. We shutting everything down. I've been hot like somebody put a candle on them. Off top, I don't really stand opponents, this mine. The moment is, run out and start a bunch of pandemonium. More game, I got some, the skill is bar one, y'all done, the game in the coffin. Referee screen, rest in peace, and think twice if you next to me, it's West. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean, this for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking, it's hard to be nice. I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion. It's our repetition, I'm stacking these trophies, I'm good with addition. I spit like a pastor, I give you the vision. Up early morning, enough for the sleeping. My life is a dream, but you wishing you lived it. Haters get livid, my pocket's Pacific, that's deep if you get it. So Tempur-Pedic, I sleep on the critics. Don't feel like competing, I'm hearing these crickets. Whoa, let me switch the flow, a new bounce. Coming to the den with a lion, I'm gon' pounce. Know I've been a king for a while, got a ring and a crown. That's the bling with the blow, what the team is about. Champions, you can tell by the ambience of this sound. Referee screen, rest in peace, and think twice if you never see me, just no doubt. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. If you talking, it's hard to be nice. I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right. This ain't no regular thing.
Moments away from starting the crucial set number 4 here at the Falcons nest. George Brown, they were a streaky team all throughout the regular season, got off to a slow start out of the gates. But then they had a 6-game winning streak from mid-November to mid-January. Things were looking up. And then a 4-game losing streak, which takes a little bit of the air out of that 6-game win streak. They closed the season on a high note with back-to-back wins. Trying to make it 3 in a row if they can pull off a comeback today. From the middle, what a swing by Carr!
Wasted no time at all.
Early 1-0 lead. Gibson. Jose from the back, Svidritsky! That is lethal. Joseph Lee will take the ball to serve. From the back row, Gibson. Good dig by Jose. Soft touch by Ketrazinski. He tries again, a little harder this time, and that's more like it. Ketrazinski, the 3rd-year player, his first season with the Huskies. He played 2 years at TMU in Toronto. Decided in January that he wanted to join George Brown. Far side this time off the block. Soft touch this time. Who wants it? What a swing! It is just barely out. I thought it was in. Oh, the Falcons shocked at the call. Gibson with his hands on his face. Looked like it caught the line, but just barely out. Big break there.
If you're the Falcons now, you can't let that play rattle. You got to get back and keep playing.
Near side this time, Goldsmith. I think that one was in.
That one was in, I think, yeah. And they make up for that.
It's like substitution for the Huskies. Declan Carnahan had a brief appearance earlier in the game, checking back in. Carr. Behind the back. Good swing off the block and down. Falcons tie it up at 3 after that point. Carr. Ketrazinski. Another big block at the net, but a point for the Huskies. Carnahan blowing some good luck on the ball. Over to Patterson. Fingertips. Lee chases it down. Ketrazinski gets it over. Curtis. Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt saying it got fingertips, but they don't get the call. 5-3 Huskies lead. Carnahan again. Great serve. Goldschmidt off the block, but it sails out of bounds. Big point for the Falcons.
And it feels like the third quarter again. It seems just going back and forth and back back and forth, tied. Love to see that in the playoff game.
Goldsmith with the serve. Block at the net, good play by Klassen. Patterson, and it's down! Brooms got turned around, didn't know where the ball was, and it landed behind him. 5-5. Goldsmith again. Oh, and a swing, but what a keep! Free ball. Katrazinski. And a net violation called against the Falcons. George Brown need the fourth set to force set number 5 and a chance to come all the way back. Curtis. Over to Katrazinski. Good dive. Patterson, free ball from Curtis. From the back row, Lee gets it in! Joseph Lee with some spin to hook the ball in. Wow. 2-point lead for George Brown. Svidritsky leading the team in aces this year, 31 on the season. That put him top 5 in the league. That one, good one to the back row. Over to Patterson. Good dig. Oh, and a collision there. Falcons get the point, down by 1. Tanner Patterson. That one too high. Another big point for the Falcons, tied at 7. In the middle, far side, great swing. Over to Katravinski. He tries again, and that one is down. 8-7 Huskies lead. Dig off the serve. And it is in.
We're tied up yet again.
Aiden Crowther trying to give him the lead. Over to Lee off the block. Jose to Suzuki. Back to Lee. Off the block. Try it again. Suzuki races over. Lee to the back corner and a collision. Crowther colliding there with Patterson. Looks like they're both okay. Rooms. Float serve low. What a play at the net. Joseph Lee with the good IQ. 2-point lead for the Huskies, 10-8. From the back row, off the block, off of Patterson and down.
And the Huskies have all the momentum right now.
Run to make it 11-8. Good battle at the net, kept alive. Lee tries it again. From the middle, and a big response by Carr. Much needed point for the Falcons there. Curtis. Lee. Passing to Patterson. And down. Sorry, I think that was Gibson, not Patterson. Falcons down by 1. Our side's Vidritsky flying through the air. That's just not fair.
It's not.
I wish we had a little speedometer here in the gym. Get some readings on some of these swings. Suzuki. Oh my! Off of the foot of the defender. Tyler Gibson to tie it up. Serve. And Joseph Lee is hot right now. Trzynski leading the way with 14 kills, 15 points, but Joseph Lee is catching up to him right now. From the middle, and what a set on a tee from Curtis to Carr.
That combination will never get old.
With 391 assists on the season. Trzynski. Looks like that one might have hit the antenna. Curtis with 34 assists in the game. Carr to serve. He's got 9 kills, 11 points. Trzynski with the missile off the hand of Carr. To give the Huskies the lead again. Carnahan. Curtis from the back row, and a good play there by Gibson. How many total ties have we had in these last 2 sets? I lost count a while ago. Goldsmith. Oh, and a missed play there by Joseph Lee. Off the fingertips. Falcons trying to put this away here in the 4th set, and that one goes long. Tied again. If you're the Falcons, you don't want to let this one go to 5. And it's anybody's game at that point. Svidritsky. Oh, and a good play at the net there. Ketrazinski. Svidritsky again. Oh my goodness. Off the block and down. Good response. Tanner Patterson trying to get the lead back to the Falcons. Good serve, handled well. Ketrazinski with the soft touch, good dig by Clausen. Ketrazinski. He tries it again, off the block and out. Huskies with the point. Trying to make it a 2-point lead here in set number 4. Good serve to the back corner. Crowther!
The Crow Show never gets old.
The Curtis to Crowther connection strikes again.
Curtis has got 37 assists. Oh my goodness. It just doesn't stop.
Crowther. Play by Jose there. Lee. Smith gets there. And Joseph Lee is just on another level right now. Three-headed beast of the Huskies right now. Ketrazinski and Lee and Svidritsky, pick your poison if you're the Falcons. Far side, good swing there. Gibson. 18-18. Both teams still holding on to both their timeouts. They know they will be valuable coming down the stretch here. Lee, Svidritsky plays it safe. Off the hands of Jose. Falcons take the lead.
Set up again by Curtis.
An opportunity here. A couple points, put together a run and try and put this one away. Soft serve. Svidritsky off the fingertips. Oh, it did get fingertips, it looks like. Yeah. And right on cue, a timeout called by the Huskies, down by 2. Down 2 sets to 1. Well, keeping our eye on the out-of-town scoreboard. St. Clair and Georgian going head-to-head. And it looks like St. Clair just took set number 4 to force a 5th and deciding set. great volleyball all around Ontario today.
Right down to the wire. And Falcons hoping to get the last 5 points of this fourth set and await who they will be playing next if they were to win.
And one of the other games that happened earlier, Seneca and Niagara. Seneca looks like they took that one 3-0 to eliminate Niagara. We're back for the fourth set here at the Falcons Nest. And Falcons with a big point, up by 3. And they smell blood in the water and close this one out. Jacob Curtis. Lee from the middle. That one a little too far, can't take advantage. And it is out off the hands of Carr. A big point for the Huskies. Big serve. Oh, soft touch wasn't enough. Good dig there. House of Lee. Far side to Goldschmidt with the soft touch and in. Goldie, what a heads up play. 22-19 and the second timeout called by the Huskies. Didn't like what he saw on those last few points, so they want to talk it over and re-strategize. Falcons looking to advance to the quarterfinals. The first 2 rounds, whoever's the highest seed in the matchup, they get home court advantage. But when we get into the final 4, whoever's the highest seed remaining, they will host the championship weekend. So both semifinal games being played there and the championship, the gold and bronze medal game. What better way for Tanner Patterson to close out his career alongside Crowther than to make a trip to the finals? One step at a time right now. Close out this game against the Huskies. Gibson off the net. A big mistake coming out of the Huskies timeout. Huskies down by 2. Back corner. Oh my! Silas Carr just laughing after that one. You can see Gibson was impressed with that. Yeah. Might have said an expletive or 2.
14 points for the sinister Silas Carr. Man, oh man.
23-20, closing in. Mason McPhee checking in for the serve. Off the shoulder. Kaczerzinski with the soft touch off the block. From the back row, off the tape, good play.
Whistle there, and it looks like that might be one of the Falcons.
A double contact, it looks like being called. We got set point. Match point for the game. Falcons with 4 chances here to close it out.
Season on the line for the Huskies.
Through the fingertips, Lee keeps it alive. Free ball sent over, they collide. And he's down! Chandler Patterson! Falcons with the win in the crossover game, the first round of the playoffs. What a day of volleyball here at the Falcons Nest. The Huskies, they put up a fight. Went down 2 sets to none. And they didn't quit. They didn't go down easy. Third set, back and forth all the way through. They took it late. Even this fourth set up until, 18-18, it was anyone's set.
It was.
Falcons taking advantage of a couple opportunities, a couple mistakes here and there. What an afternoon.
And the Falcons, what a great win for them. And now, after this one, I'm sure they'll be looking to whoever wins between Georgia and St. Clair. It's going to be a tight one, as the Falcons will either be on the road or host the quarterfinal game. What a game it was, Dan.
We got the women's volleyball team getting ready for their first playoff game of the season. That one tipping off. It looks like in just a few minutes they're at Canadore. A great season for the Huskies, but just doesn't end the way they want. More of the same for them. Making to the playoffs, just can't get out of the first round. We'll keep an eye on the scoreboard the rest of the day, but now it's time for everyone. Enjoy Valentine's Day. Say I love you to your loved ones.
Absolutely, very important.
Especially your mom.
Yes.
Gotta say happy Valentine's Day and I love you to your mother, whoever's your guardian in your life. Keep track of the OCAA website, our social media. Game will be against and where it will be. My name is Dan McCracken.
Won't disrespect, so I disregard fools. All of them be facades. And they're still in the streets and they're writing statements. Oh my lord, there's rats at large. I copped it soft, but I turned it hard. Like how your girl gets me after dark. None of my peers got applied, no pressure. VIO, then I'm on that bar. Disrespect, so I disregard fools. All of them be facades. And they're still in the streets and they're writing statements. Oh my lord, there's rats at large. I copped it soft, but I turned it hard. Like how your girl gets me after dark. None of my peers got applied, no pressure. VIO, then I'm on that bar. Could've went home, but I stayed OT. He could've turned pack, but I bent my shank. They phone my phone when they know I've read. Just give me a few days, I'm out this pack. How you gonna touch little bro, not leave? Like he won't come back on blatant was. I could've got put handcuffed on scene, but I'm taking chase and losing track. How many times have you been got and you ain't gonna get back either? They only got chat like Diva. They got no pool like Lever. One called for 6 on 3, now I'm talking the town like Marks. I'm uptown with a C1, got a thing in that back, but I ain't on taking chance. I ain't on taking chance. Cash man coming out betting shops, won't bet really know I can rip his top. Why you think Donny said we got no prop? You know heart if it gets on tops. No bully boy thing, so I walk right off. Man best know that my heart be pure. Why would you disrespect like I like being dissed? You get blunt or bored. Trap, serving Ross, more time I'm trying to dodge the law. If I aim, waste up hoping one for heady of course. House block 3 when he done my chores. Come for me, I'll correlate, draw me out, then Jojo back on tour. For sure. I could've went home, but I stayed OT.